Happy Monday. Welcome in to today's daily virtual guidance message. Another Monday. I know people say this and it's like, I used to hear it when I was younger and think like, what are they talking about? But it's like, where's the week gone? Like we're here at another Monday and I think it's just a sign of my age now. And just at that age where it's now like, I don't know, I'm starting to sound like my mother, I think. But it's unreal that we're back to Monday again. But anyway, let's see. For this Monday morning, the 17th of November, let's see what the collective energy is today. As I say, this is a collective message, it's not personal. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Not everything may resonate, it may just be a sentence, or you may resonate with the whole message. So just use your intuition. Never try to make anything fit. If it doesn't make sense, it's not for you. Just to straight out. Okay. So is there something here you feel was unfair? Lighten your load. Home. So is there something about a home situation or a relationship close to you here that you felt you were the one that was carrying all the weight here? Or are you? Are you carrying all the weight? Empowerment. There's something here about speaking up. It's time to speak up here. So if you are the one who's been, friendship is underneath. Well, it's not underneath, it was trying to pop out. Take that as it resonates. Friendship is underneath. Is there something, a kind of feeling here as if there may be somebody that can help, but you're not bringing them into the equation here. It's like you're keeping them out of it, but it's almost a sense of like you don't think they can help, or friendships underneath, or you don't want them to know what's going on. Take it as it resonates. What's this? Dreams. Transformations underneath that. And there's something here that you've either been through this or you're going through this at the minute. This is how you currently feel. Something in a home situation. As I say, it could be the physical home, or it could be like a home relationship. It could be with family, it could be a spouse or someone you have a higher level of commitment with here. There's something that you've just always felt like what's this? Look, flipped over. Two of Wands here. Looking to the future. There's something here, it's like you've had enough and you're either trying to gain the strength here. I'm feeling with this is a current situation. This is how you currently feel. Whoever resonates with this is current. Sometimes I pick it up that things have happened in the past and then we're moving forward. I kind of feel this is a current predicament we're in. And it's like we're needing to lighten our load here. We're needing to speak up. We're needing to find empowerment here. And there's something about friendship, a friend or something like that, that you're not looking towards as being able to help you, but actually they can. Or there's something here, you're trying to keep this hidden and you don't want people to know here, or you don't want a friend to know or something. And you're trying to keep it to yourself. So let's see. What do we need to know here? Seven of Swords. You're trying to keep this to yourself. And it's not like it's not in a malicious way or anything here. You're trying to carry, look, lighten your load. You're trying to carry this burden yourself here and you're not sharing it with anyone. Tower. And you're saying it's like now is the time. I feel that it's just we've gotten to a stage now that there's no, whether there's a specific incident that happens here or whether it's just, you know, the straw that broke the camel's back. Something's happened here and it's just like there's no more. Whether there's a little bit of like an emotional breakdown here where it's just like the tears, we can't keep the tears at bay any longer and we need to speak. You need to speak your truth here, Queen of Swords. So whether it's like an outing with a friend or something, like a wee lunch date or a shopping trip or just a catch up or something here, a cup of coffee or something, and it's like you come in all bubbly, everything's great, whatever, and it's this mask that you're putting on, and as the sort of day or the evening progresses, your friend can see a change in your demeanor, and they start asking you, "What's wrong? Is everything okay with you?" And I kind of feel there's going to be a breakdown here where you just like, it's like floods of tears here. It's like an emotional release. There's something you're trying to carry, a burden you're trying to carry, a mask you're trying to put on to the outside world that everything's okay here. Knight of Wands. Like I kind of sense your energy's very up and down. Like you're very, one minute you're fine and you've got your shit together, and the next minute it's like you don't know like what day of the week it was. I mean, before I hit record, I was like thinking to myself, and as I said at the start, like I can't believe it's Monday again. Like where are the weeks going? Like I know I sound like I sound like my age, let's face it, but it's something in this and you. It's like everything's fine, then all of a sudden there's like a confusion. Like where am I? What am I doing? What month's this? What year's this? Have I missed anything? It's like there's something here. It's like there's like a lapse, and then there's a panic. And I think it's just because you've so much on here. I memean, if you're anything like me, you're the one who's like in control of the birthdays, Christmas, you're the one that has to remember, oh, it's such and such's birthday. I need to get a card. I need to get that card posted. I need to buy this present. I need to do that. And it feels like there's a lot of stuff. And that's just like the menial stuff that doesn't really when you take the everyday stuff on top of that too, running a household here. Maybe there's kids. I mean, I have three teenagers in my house, and like that is not easy. And I can tell you now, anyone sitting with young children, like babies and stuff, and you think this is changing nappies every hour or two and whatever, it's bliss. When you end up with teenagers and you don't know half what's going on, and you're like, what are you watching? It's a completely different beast, and you have to chase them to wash all the time. It's another story. But there's something here. It feels like it's like there's so much things, and it's like a fear of neglecting something. So I don't know whether there's too much. You're putting too much pressure on yourself, but something needs to change. Something needs to change here. So I don't know where it's just this kind of pressure all females have that you have to be perfect. Your home has to be spotless. You have to be on top of it. Your kids have to be well presented. You have to have this great career. You have to have this fabulous house and this great car in the driveway. And you have these 5-star holidays and all this stuff. And you're always looking like you're dressed to the nines, like you're Miss Glam walking out the door. All this stuff is taking its toll here and has to change. Nine of Pentacles. There's no me time here. Whoever this is has no me time. It's all about the family. It's all about like what's saying that they're okay. Queen of Pentacles, the wife, the mother, the devil cards here. It's all about the persona here. There's no me time. You're feeling lost. Whoever resonates with this feels lost. You feel like you have now an identity as a whether you're with a spouse or not, you have that identity of being the wife, the mother, the the home provider, the home, the homemaker, the career woman, blah blah blah. This is what you're trying to live up to. And it's like you're lost. You're nowhere to be found here. It's like even your personality and everything has changed here. So if you are married here and have a spouse, they may have said to you, like you're not the same as you used to be. Everything feels very serious. Everything, there's no fun here. There's no like what are we doing here? We're going out and letting our hair down, and it doesn't feel that way. It feels everything's very like almost regimental here. And it feels like it needs to be regimental because if you step out of that, you're gonna feel like you lose control. There's a speaking up thing. You're gonna have to like lighten your load here, whether it's speaking to a spouse or whether it's like, if you have teenage children here, it's starting to get them on board and say, look, here's a rota. I need you to help me with these things. Five of Cups. The fear of losing control here. Page of Swords. And I feel whoever this friend is, doesn't have to be a friend, it could be a family member. It's somebody that is you're going to be or you have been with. And I feel an emotional breakdown here. But I feel it's there, they see it, they call you out on it. They're like, right, what's going on? Even the way you're talking now and stuff like that has changed. And I feel that it's been like a slow progression here. It's not like this has just happened overnight. Like you feel this has been a wear and tear for years here, and it's just gradually grinding you down. And you're like, I can't, like, I literally don't know where I am. Like, I have such a fear here. I feel a real sense of anxiety, like constantly tense, like muscles are constantly tense. It's like you're driving and you're not present either because you're thinking, right, like, have I missed something here? Have I missed something? I went through something similar to this, where it actually, what kind of sparked it was, I was having a bath one night, and for some reason, it came into my head that I had forgot my friend's birthday. And I automatically text her and I'm like, have I forgot your birthday? Like, it's your birthday now? And she's like, she came back straight away going, what are you talking about? It wasn't even the right time of year for her birthday. I was texting her like around this time, November, and her birthday's at the start of the year. It's like springtime. And I remember going, I'm not like I literally don't know where I am here. As I was getting into the bath, I'm like, something has to give because I don't know where I am here. So I can completely get your energy here. I know how you're feeling. It was like there was so much going on, and there was the fear of missing something. Of like, if I miss somebody's birthday, something about birthdays here, birthdays or Christmas or something. It's like an additional pressure here on the norm, and it's like I actually sent somebody like nearly writing things down. I mean, I put notes in my phone every day. Like I have a reminder come up of what I'm doing today. Magician. But I do that because it kind of relieves my mind when I have it in my phone as a reminder, and every morning it'll beep off an alarm and I look at it. I also look at it before I go to bed, so I kind of know what's coming up for the week. But it means I can let it go in my head. So it might be something that might help you set yourself reminders just rather than trying to keep it all here. And it means you can let it go, or a diary or something. But I find it really handy having it on the phone because it just beeps and tells me. But I'll always, especially on a Sunday night, I'll always look at right what have I on this week? What's coming up? What do I need to keep in mind here? And I work with it that way. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this has been manifesting in you for quite some time. This has been a build up in you for quite some time. Trying to take on way too much here. And it is a persona of how it looks to everybody else. Page of Wands. And it is societal conditioning here that we're meant to be all perfect and have all our shit together. And it's bullshit. Absolute bullshit. It's impossible. I don't care who you are. You can't have it all together. There has to be there has to be something that doesn't get the full attention. Feels like going back to basics here. It feels like, you know, stating what's going on here and going back to basics. Like pages are the beginning. They're the basics. Communicating what you need here. Starting to open up to communicate what you need here. And if you're the type of person who's like taking on everything here, Four of Cups. If you're the person who like takes on responsibility for everything, it's time to like let go of that. Maybe there's a little bit of OCD here too that needs to be looked at a wee bit. And it's sort of like, I need to like, not everything's going to be perfect and not everything's meant to be perfect. That's the big thing. Not everything's meant to be perfect. Kind of feel here, whatever discussion is had at home, it's like somebody starts to see just like how much pressure you've been under here and what you've been trying to do. So if there's been a relationship here with a spouse that's been a bit, and as I said, they've maybe said to you, you're not the same anymore or whatever, or they've tried to joke with you or something and you've like snapped the head off them. And they're like, you can't even have fun with you anymore. Everything's so like, they're starting to see now why. Maybe they've felt it's them and you're not interested in them anymore. And they've been going like, what's going on here? And it's not that, it's just the level of pressure, responsibility. There's no me time here. There's no like, right, what do I want to do here? There's none of that. It's just constant 24/7 here. Going to bed at night, dreams is up here. Maybe having nightmares about stuff that you're missing. Is there stuff that I'm not? Maybe you've had a nightmare about missing a birthday or something about Christmas, or there's something here, but that's your body's way, that's your guides telling you, right, you need to do something about this. It's having a major impact on your mental health, and you need to do something about this. That's why dreams like that would come through. It's like there's a warning there, they're trying to talk to you. Four of Wands. Yeah. How can we make this home more like, everybody's having their input here. Everybody's doing their bit. Even the animals are playing ball a little bit here. It's like, right, everybody needs to start pulling their weight here. Right, do we need to get some sort of like laundry schedule going? Who puts the washing on? Who takes the washing out? Who does whatever? It's like, right, everybody's responsible for cleaning their own room here. And then we've a bit of a rota going, who throws the hoover around the house? Who does this? Who does that? King of Pentacles, your counterpart here. So you may be an earth sign, or they may be an earth sign. Doesn't have to be. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. But it's this very stable energies here. The King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles here. So it's starting to put something in plan here. Starting to put a plan together. Ace of Cups. because there is a lot of love here. It's not like this is not a loving home here or a loving environment. It is, but because of the stress and stuff, that love has been lost in a way. So it's kind of like your reaction here too. If you've been more snappy and stuff like that, it's been the product of the pressure. It's not you. And it's like I want to get back to that sort of nurture and love and energy where you actually enjoy. You're able to sit and enjoy your surroundings, not constantly feeling pressure by it. Two of Swords. Seeing a way forward here. Just a real sense of lost here. Emperor. So whoever this your spouse is, Seven of Wands. I feel them taking a lot of control here and stepping up. You know, maybe they've been the type that's just been like sort of really like laid back and has let you take control and let you do everything. And maybe at one stage that was fine. There was no problem with that. You were happy enough doing that. But now it's reached a stage of no, I can't do this anymore. And it's like it really feels like opening up to this masculine here. They may have air highly aspected too. Um, the Emperor is Aries, but I feel they're stepping up here and like blocking a lot of like worry from you here. They're going to take over the worry here. They're going to like start to organize things here. I sense a little thing here too of like perhaps like a little like spa retreat or something. Like I can see something here. They're like, right, pack you up on Friday and away you go, and we'll see you Sunday evening or something. I can see them suggesting something like that. Go on a little girly weekend here or something. Seven of Cups, Two of Cups. Taking control of the chaos here. They're going to take control. They're going to take control. What needs done here? Right, let's organize this. And I kind of feel you may sense this where they're like, you go and do that. You go and have a good weekend and don't worry about us. And I feel when you come back, there's going to be a whole like list of who's doing what here. They're going to organize it. This person's going to be very much saying to you, you don't need to worry about this. Go. We'll take care of it all. And I feel there's some kind of like little family meeting here over the weekend, and it's like, right, everybody needs to do their bit here. Mum is completely stressed out and we need to help her here. And I can just sort of sense, or like they're showing me like lists on the fridge of like who's responsible for what, handwritten notes in the fridge. Hermit, this is you away for the weekend, or we trip away, just you, whether you go yourself or whether you go with a friend. I kind of sense alone here. I kind of sense that you just want like alone time here. It's like so much noise. It's like you just want to be on your own. And I do sense a kind of like a spa retreat kind of thing. I sense something around yoga and stuff too, and just like outdoors and just being on your own here. Nine of Swords. Sleep hasn't been great with the dreams here too. Your sleeping hasn't been great. Five of Wands. That's the internal chat. That's the internal chat of Josie up the street. She's got her shit together. What's wrong with you? This is the voice. You know nothing about Josie. You don't. You only see what Josie wants you to see. You don't know anything about her. Really. We all presume, which is the big problem. Go and live with Josie for a couple of days to see how well she gets on. I can assure you, Josie is probably like the rest of us. So it's that taking, stop comparing yourself to everyone else. And I know that is so hard to do. In everything we do, that is so hard to do, to say, look, worry about me. But it really is the truth. When you start to focus on you and what works for you and not worry about anybody else, your life will be better. Everybody has different systems and things that work for them. Eight of Cups. Maybe there's something here. What's this? Three of Pentacles in reverse. There's maybe something here. I don't know whether it's like how your mother used to do it, or how other females in your family used to do it, or how your friends do something. There's something here you're trying to follow. Ace of Wands. There's something here you're trying to follow, and it's not working. And it's not that you're a failure, it's that it's just not the right system for you. So maybe it's like other friends or something here. There's something that they do and you're trying to do the same, and it's not working. And you're feeling like, what's wrong with me here? Two of Pentacles in reverse. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just not the right system for your house or for you. There's another system. I feel something here is you're making something really complicated that doesn't need to be. I don't know whether there's somebody else here, a parent, somebody in the family, a friend, that is like a kind of a complete control freak or something. And it's like they have everything. Because as I said to you, it felt like regimental precision. Everything's like, and I don't know whether you're trying to live up to that or something. And it's like, just because that's them doesn't mean it's you. You need to relax things a little bit. And whoever, because I said about the OCD thing, whoever you're maybe trying to live up to has something like OCD. Like you're never going to live up to that. Those standards, like they're crazy standards. You're never going to live up to somebody who has that. High Priestess. The intuition, look, the truth's coming here. You are. Look at this. Look at this. Standing in your full power here. High Priestess. Intuition's coming back in here. The intuition has been blocked for some reason. We've just been so dragged down here because there's been no me time. There's been no chance to check in and go, what's right and what's wrong here. We're so tied up in our head here. We're not seeing a way forward. Transformation is here. Time to change stuff. If you're trying to live up to the standards of a parent or a family member or a friend, you need to let that go, because I tell you, their standard is not healthy. You need to find a way, and there's going to be a way here forward for you. Can we get one of these, please? Ancestors. This is like a mother. If you're trying to live up to how your mother done it, that's her path. It's not yours. You carve your own path out here of how it works for you. 16. What do we see? Let's read this. Speak up and state what's going on. And that's the first step for things to get better for you. You may not be thinking about your ancestors, but your ancestors are thinking about you. We don't just inherit our eye and hair colour from our parents and grandparents. We also inherit beliefs, limitations, gifts, and unfulfilled dreams. There's something here that has been instilled in you that this is how you have to run a family, and it's bullshit. We also inherit stress responses and fears that are passed down until they can be seen and resolved. If an emotion you feel is overwhelming and feels bigger than your life experience, it is possible that you are carrying it for your lineage. This card is an invitation to focus on that lineage. What or who is missing in your lineage? Is there a person who was excluded? Was an emotion not accepted or not valued and pushed aside? Is there a family secret? Anything that is hidden or excluded will travel down the generations until it is given a place and acknowledged. This is the work of healing inner inherited trauma. So this could be something, if this is a mother who's a bit like OCD and you've been trying to like live up to her standards, her mother may have been like that and your great grandmother may have been like that. So there's something here I feel it's now passed to you to break it. This is now a lesson for you to break this. And it's just this idea that everything has to be perfect. What is perfect? Because perfect in everybody's eyes is different. So what's perfect to you is not perfect to your mother or your grandmother or your great grandmother. Start living to your own standards here. If it, oh, so I've read that, haven't I? Sorry, in a book called Connected Fates, Separate Destinies, the lives of those who have come before you, both dead and still living, some of whom you may have not known, can and do actively shape your life and how you live now. Every child longs to belong, and we unconsciously take on some of the family's unhealed trauma out of love. This card invites you to recognize each one of your ancestors, giving them a place so that you might release what doesn't belong to you and claim what does. Yeah, you've taken something on here. My nose is starting to run as well. There's a release. There's a realization here and a release, which is great. You've taken on, whether it's just been how you've watched your mother or whoever it is to you, okay? You've watched somebody and how they conduct a family life and you've went, oh, that's how it's done. And you've been all this time trying to do what they do and it's just felt like such a struggle. And now it's like it's come to a head here. So if you resonate with this and you want to come along, the link will be below. I'm going to take a look and see what we don't see coming, what the blockages are and what the outcome looks like, and then we'll get some more advice for you. So if you want to come along, that link's below.